Hey, we have our last video today about allergies, illnesses, and diseases. This video is going to be a kind of like recap and quiz of the last few videos of this topic. So, what we're going to cover is topics of allergies, illnesses, diseases. We're going to look at definitions. You guys can try and guess the answers. We're going to do vocabulary matches, and at the very end, there will be a sample conversation. So, throughout this video, you can just pause it and try to guess the answer before I give it away. And the very first thing we have here is a definition. So, what is a symptom? You can think of it in your own words. So this is just a sign of an illness, disease, or issue. So it can actually be a sign of a lot of different things, but most commonly people associate it with a sign of an illness or disease. Next we have, what is a drug side effect? So this is an unwanted effect from the drug, and this is commonly things like feeling tired, having mood swings, so feeling very happy, feeling very sad, and also headaches, and you can get lots of different side effects as well. Next we have anaphylactic shock. So this is a big word, and it is a serious life-threatening allergic reaction, and the most common or easy to see symptoms are swelling and shortness of breath. So the person will have trouble breathing, and they will have swelling across their whole body, in particular their face, so their eyes or their throat or mouth. Next we have another definition. What is an allergy? So this is normally a damaging immune response to something harmless. In the case of food allergies, it can be very serious. However, sometimes it can just be an annoying immune response to something harmless in the case of plants or hay fever. And the last definition we have here is, what is a food intolerance? So this is when your body cannot properly digest a certain food, and this results in some sort of issues or symptoms such as stomach pain or diarrhea. And the most common type of, or one of the most common type of intolerances is lactose intolerance or dairy intolerance, when you cannot drink milk. And here we have a vocabulary matchup. You guys can pause the video and try to work it out yourselves. So rash, it's this redness and swelling, is here shown on the swelling of the lips. Itchiness is the feeling you get with a rash, makes you want to scratch it. And then lastly, shortness of breath is when you cannot breathe properly. So we have another matchup. Here we have fever, which is a high temperature. Headache or migraine is a pain in your head. A migraine is just a more severe form of a headache. Sneeze, like a chew. And lastly, cough. And then the last thing we have here is fatigue, which is feeling very tired or even weak. Next we have stomach ache, pain in your stomach, vomiting. This is also called throwing up. And the very last one is diarrhea. So when you go to the toilet too much or you don't have any control over it. And that is the video for today, guys. So this is just the sample conversation I meant to include in the last video of ordering some medication for allergy. In this case, hay fever, and antihistamines are the medication. And then you just ask about the side effects. So that's our last video on diseases, allergies, and illnesses. In our next video series, it's going to be about cultural differences between Eastern countries and Western countries. So there's quite some quite eye-opening things in that one. So tune in for that, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.